Hey, Matcha. What's the tea? Charli D'Amelio and her family get cancelled, and Charli speaks up. On November 16th, a distasteful video was uploaded. The D'Amelio family YouTube channel started a series called Dinner with the D'Amelios, where they invite guests to chat during dinner. The first episode featured James Charles, but a few things went wrong during the dinner. Dixie wasn't listening to James while he was talking, despite him being their dinner guest.
What is everyone laughing at?
Then Dixie shouted at the dinner table and asked what she was eating.
What is this?
Oh my god.
It's a mushroom.
No, it's not. That's a snail.
Classic in paella, and it's actually a omen of good luck and fortune.
When Dixie asked if the omen was true, Charli made a snarky comment.
Does it actually bring you good luck?
Good luck and good fortune, yes.
Dixie ate the snail but puked it right out at the dinner table.
Sometimes happens when...
People were upset because their meal was prepared by professional chef Aaron May. For context, Aaron has worked at the Four Seasons Resort in Scottsdale and Westin Kierland Resort and Spa in Desio. He also opened his own Spanish tapas restaurant, Sol y Sombra, in 2006, and has appeared on many food shows such as Food Network's Diners, Dive-Ins and Drives and TLC's Best Food Ever. Back to the story. Things got worse when Charli asked for frozen food despite having a professionally prepared meal on the table.
Do we have any dino nuggets?
People were not happy about Dixie and Charli's table manners. Dixie didn't have to make a whole scene like that. She's 19. Also, the chef was right there. That's so embarrassing. My mom would have slapped me if I acted like that on the dinner table, LOL. They literally have private chefs cook them their own food, and they have the audacity to ask for chicken nuggets. I don't like seafood either, but I'll still be respectful and at least try to food or politely say no thank you. They're extremely privileged to have private chefs and huge meals. Heck, some kids can't even afford to eat. They're so ungrateful. They behave like babies at the dinner table. My 3-year-old sibling behaves better. Not even kidding. There's a difference between being dramatic and disrespectful. Dixie was disrespectful. I mean, someone took the time to cook you a meal and you have to throw it up like you just ate poo. My heart would have immediately shattered if I was in Aaron's position. Charli, do we have any dino nuggets? Bruh, you're eating food cooked by a professional chef. Lots of people can't even dine in McDonald's. Be grateful. Later, when Dixie returned to the table after puking, her mother questioned why Dixie ate the snail.
Did you think that was going to turn out any other way? Because
No, it was good, but then there's a salty part on it. That was not good. It tasted like chicken, and then I tried the salty part and everything came up.
It was a very dramatic scene.
And there's more bad table manners clips. Dixie was caught on camera picking her nose at the dinner table and may have eaten it. People were shocked. The nose picking, the total unawareness that Dixie had while she was being filmed in that moment, and her total unawareness in life in general is astonishing to me. It's the Dixie threw it up because it was salty, but then eats her boogers for me, LMAO. And that's not all. They spoke about 1-year milestones, and Charli said she wanted more followers before her 1-year milestone.
It hasn't even been a year since I hit 1 million.
No.
And she introduced Dixie.
That's a joke.
If we're thinking about it, okay, how far away? That's Friday. Okay. Ugh, I wish I had like more time. Cause imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting a mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
Well, I was just like saying like even numbers.
People were shocked with how Charli spoke about her fans. The fact that she considers her fans to be just numbers is funny. She doesn't care about the people, she cares for the number. Charli wants even numbers on her TikTok. Did she forget that we are humans? Also during dinner, James scolded Dixie.
Who was a person that you thought you knew who they would be and they turned out to be a lot better than you could have ever imagined?
Kim Kardashian. Really? I think it's like the first person that comes to mind. Stop that.
Dude, I swear this house.
So this is the first and last show that we're doing here.
People questioned how the D'Amelios were raised. James was literally the only mature one here. The fact that he was the one scolding them and not their own parents says a lot. And that's not all. People were not happy with the way Charli and Dixie did the outro. In fact, James stepped in to redo the outro for them.
Make sure if you guys enjoyed this video, you give it a big thumbs up. Big thumbs up for Aaron May, the amazing chef that cooked us this delicious meal. It truly was a bomb. I had not eaten yet today, so this was a treat. Thank you, my good sir.
People acknowledged James's effort to fix the outro. James Charles was the true MVP in that outro. Props to him for giving the chef the respect he deserved. Bruh, James was trying his best to save their entire career by doing the outro. 2 days later, on November 18th, Pop Sugar uploaded a video featuring Charli and Dixie talking about their favorite things. One of the questions was, what's your favorite type of food? Charli responded chicken nuggets, and people criticized her for it because of the recent dinner drama. Chicken nuggets. Who's here after she asked for dino nuggets in front of a professional chef who cooked her paella? Sorry, but paella is so good. Like, y'all need to try more foods than dino nuggets. The video also received an overwhelming amount of negative comments overall. I'm sorry, but they're so bland. This was so awkward and so painful to watch. Was the 95 not enough? Y'all were so disrespectful to the chef. Then Dixie broke her silence. Dixie posted a TikTok video explaining the full story behind their YouTube video.
Hey guys, if you are here to comment hate like this, maybe hold on one second and know the full story. So my family and I have been working with Chef Aaron May for a couple months now, working on content for our channel and working on content for his channel, and made an amazing friendship. And before I even get into anything, I'm so grateful for every single person that follows me, every single person I care about, every single person I work with, every single person who works with me, because I'm just so grateful of all of the opportunities I've had. So I would never in any way want to be taken as disrespectful, especially from an out of context 15-second clip. So basically my team knows I throw up a lot. I could throw up at the smell, the thought, or the taste of anything. So when they saw the snails, they were like, oh, let's get her and try to see if we can get a reaction out of her.
You just completely lied. Like, you're doing a lot of things, and I.
So basically that clip that wasn't in the original video is my team and Chef Aaron May trying to convince me to try snail, knowing that I would have a reaction. I love Chef and I would never disrespect him in any way, and maybe don't judge someone's personality over a 15-second.
People were not happy with Dixie's explanation. Yeah, I'm not buying it. Her attitude was not it. Yo, you didn't even apologize, LMAO. She's upset she got called out. It's not just about the snails. Your general etiquette and manners at the table were lacking big time. No hate, just saying. People also commented on Chef Aaron's Instagram about the situation with the D'Amelios. Your food looked amazing. Snails are basic in paellas. Sorry they were so rude. Keep doing you. I'm sure you are an amazing chef. So sorry for how disrespectful they were towards your food. I would have eaten every single bite. You're a king. Don't listen to the D'Amelios. Also on November 18th, Chef Aaron was approached by paparazzi channel The Hollywood Fix. Chef Aaron clarified the snail drama was an inside joke.
You know, there was somebody on production thought it would be funny to feed Dixie and Charli snails. They didn't take it the best. I love Dixie and Charli. I've worked with them before. I'm going to work with them again. I think it's a little blown out of proportion.
The Hollywood Fix said the Daily Mail wrote an article about the drama and described Charli as spoiled. Chef Aaron disagreed and said,
I would call it fake news. Those girls are the greatest. I love them. It was all fun and games.
Chef Aaron also said he was not hurt by Dixie's reaction to his dish.
Were your feelings hurt, or how did you, I mean?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, I don't expect them to love the snails.
Many people seem to side with Dixie after seeing this video. Everyone is so extra. The chef doesn't have any problems with what they did, so why do y'all? It's not that serious. She said it was good, but a part wasn't. By November 19th, Charli lost over 1 million followers on TikTok. Then, Charli broke her silence. Charli went on Instagram Live to explain her side of the story. She said she was joking when she asked for chicken nuggets.
They know I'm a picky eater, which was why I made that dino nuggets joke.
Charli said everyone on their team is like family, and the snail situation was a joke everyone was in on.
You didn't see the behind the camera thing, but behind the camera, Chef Aaron and my content manager Tommy were like, Dixie, like, eat the snails, like, it'll be funny, just eat them. Because they know that if she eats a snail, she's not going to react to it well, and it was like one big joke throughout the family. And in the editing, we didn't want to make it seem like, oh, all of our videos are planned. We've since talked to Chef Aaron May, and like, he's not upset. He was in on the jokes.
Charli addressed her comment about wanting even numbers and explained she was eager to hit 100 million because she had a surprise planned for her fans.
I genuinely just thought it would be so cool to hit a huge milestone a year after hitting another milestone. I never meant for you guys to make it seem like you were numbers. I was also extremely excited because I do have something really amazing. Like, it's going to help you guys, and that's why I was so excited for 100 mil, and like, I thought that was gonna be something really cool that I get to share and really get to give back.
Charli got tearful when explaining she received and said this was too far. Charli said she may not continue being an influencer because of the community.
You cannot like me but not attack the way I look or the fact that you don't want me here. Like, that's where I kind of draw the line. And honestly, like, seeing how people reacted to this, like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Like, this is messed up stuff that people are saying. Like, that's not okay. You can hate on me for whatever I've done, but the fact that all of this is happening because a misunderstanding, like, I just feel like that's not okay. And if this is the community that I'm in and the community that I put myself in, I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Charli also called out Trisha Paytas for getting involved.
Some people are just getting involved just to get involved. And, like, I'm just gonna say it, Trisha Paytas, like, this is not, sorry, just, you have been completely rude to me multiple times, saying she doesn't have a personality, she can't dance, she's basic. Like, you have your own problems, please stop worrying about mine. And that's all I have to say on that. Quite honestly, I just, like, please stop talking about me. You're not a very nice person. Sorry.
Charli said she has acknowledged her fans in the past and apologized if it didn't seem like it in the recent dinner video.
And I've said on countless interviews, countless everything, I know I wouldn't be here without you guys, which is why I'm so appreciative and why I know that everything that you guys say, and which is why I try my best to answer people and talk to you guys, like, especially like on Twitter and everything. Like, I've tried my best to show how grateful I am, and if it didn't come off as if I was grateful enough, like, that's on me again. I'm sorry. You know that I love you guys, you know that I support you guys and try my best to, like, make sure that everything's good all the time.
Charli apologized but said she thinks the drama has gone too far.
I feel like it was all just one huge misunderstanding, and, like, I'm sorry, but I think it's become completely blown out of proportion to where no matter what I say, no matter how I handle any of this, people are still going to think what they want to think, and that's fine, because those are the people that in the long run weren't going to be there for me at the end of the day.
Charli said she was just trying to be funny at the dinner table, but said she'll rethink her comments in the future.
This was the one time where I wasn't, like, trying to put on this perfect image or picture that everyone's telling me that I have to be, and I was just trying to crack a joke and be sarcastic, and if that's not what you guys want, that's fine. And now I know that, and I won't do it again.
Charli said she knows things will be okay in the end.
I mean, at the end of the day, I still know who I am, and I still have people that support me in my life. I mean, I'm gonna go on, like, things are gonna be fine, but I'm just genuinely sorry.
People supported Charli's explanation and apology. She's literally 16. Why are people expecting her to be an entire adult? She's clearly more mature and wants to take more responsibility than a lot of adults that I've met. Not gonna lie, this feels like a bit of a witch hunt. She wasn't even that rude. Who the f sends d***s to a literal kid? Jesus Christ. Then, Trisha Paytas chimed in. Trisha called out Dixie for not giving a sincere apology.
This was not an apology, girl. You're making excuses after excuses after excuses. And you are 19, so you're a legal adult. But she is saying in this clip that her team knows that she'll puke at anything, at the smell of anything. Are they setting her up for sabotage? Do they want to make her look bratty? Was this all a PR stunt? Because if they were going for comedic effect, simple lifestyle, why not feed her Fear Factor style stuff like cow tongue or pig's heart?
Trisha's video calling Dixie out was reposted on TikTok Room, and Dixie responded, "Who do I need to apologize to? The snail? The people that made me eat a snail knowing I would throw up? It was a setup for a reaction. Like, everyone is asking for an apology, but for what?" Trisha posted numerous TikTok videos speaking about the D'Amelio drama. Trisha reacted negatively to Charli and Dixie's Pop Sugar interview. Are they okay? Like, I'm actually getting worried. Is someone holding them against their will to be doing this stuff? I'm not being funny. Someone should, like, check on them. Then Trisha addressed Charli for calling her out on her live.
She told me to stop talking about her and that I've been rude, when she's literally the most followed person on social media. That's what she signed up for. And I haven't been rude. I've given constructive criticism because I really do feel for her. And I do think it is her parents' poor raising that gave them the manners that they have. And she lumped me in a category of people telling her to kill herself, which I've never encouraged.
However, Charli did not lump Trisha in any category. When Charli called out Trisha, she was simply asking her to not get involved for the sake of getting involved. In another TikTok, Trisha commented on Charli, telling her to worry about her own problems.
I'm not worried about you. I'm commentating on poor behavior because that's the only way you're going to be able to grow and change. And it looks like you have remorse. You call me out, but why don't we call out people that are actually being harmful and detrimental to your growth? James Charles, your parents, everyone's saying that your behavior is okay.
Trisha said she and others are not getting involved for the sake of it.
It's not getting involved just to get involved. You're number one trending on Twitter right now. The Today Show is publishing articles. Like, it's so clear she's specifically calling me out because of the people in her life, specifically James Charles, which, why are you hanging out with a minor? It was weird when Tati did it to you, and look how that turned out. But all of this screams him, because he also told me to keep my name out of his mouth, when that's how you guys are making money, because it's the internet. What?
Trisha said Charli doesn't really know her and called Charli and Dixie out for being entitled.
Baby girl, in the same breath you asked me not to talk about you and I don't know you. You can't just say I'm not a nice person because, sweetheart, you don't know me. This is social media. People are allowed to give opinions. And what I said wasn't even that bad. You have very entitled behavior, both you and your sister, and it's unbecoming. This is not how you're gonna last on social media, no matter how many followers you have now. Don't be having double standards.
Trisha said she wasn't being rude and just wants Charli to grow.
There are people being way harsher on you, saying you deserve to get canceled, you deserve to lose followers. I don't think so. In all sincerity, I hope you do grow. You obviously have an it factor that people like, but this isn't it.
Trisha said she doesn't want anyone to get canceled, she just wanted to give her opinion.
I don't wish anyone to be canceled. I give some outside perspective. I give my opinions.
Trisha said to never let anyone silence you and gave advice to Charli's parents.
And never let influencers or anyone tell you to not comment. Don't let anyone tell you not to call someone out if you think someone's in the wrong. Spreading hate is one thing and it should never be tolerated. Since Charli is a minor, her parents are responsible for what she sees and what comes in her comments and so forth. Also, who she hangs out with. And her parents need to limit or restrict her access to social media, in my opinion.
Trisha said what Charli did in the dinner video wasn't that bad and apologized to Charli if she ever hurt her.
You're a minor. I sincerely apologize for hurting your feelings in any capacity at that age. I know it could feel like the worst thing in the world. What you did in the actual video wasn't that horrible. You weren't being hateful or spiteful. You were being a 16-year-old. It was bad behavior. It was bratty behavior. I know you realize that now. You show true remorse. I think that's great growth. And for my part, I sincerely apologize for hurting your feelings or offending you in any capacity.
Then, James Charles spoke up. James defended Charli in a tweet. This Charli situation is not sitting right with me. 100 million followers in 1 year and y'all expect her to know how to be a perfect role model? It's because she's a picky eater and made a joke about a milestone? 30-plus-year-olds dragging someone half their age? Feels familiar. Then Trisha Paytas chimed in and took personal jabs at James. Poor parenting on your parents and James for allowing you to be friends with Tati, a middle-aged woman, while you were a teen. Unfortunately, you were the victim then, but now Charli is the victim. You being friends with a minor is Imagine always being the victim in every situation. James, how do you do it? How are you so perfect? I know it's easy to deflect to me now, but imagine being James Charles, more hated than even Trisha Paytas. Phew, what a feat. P.S. Stop stealing small creators' art, clothing, makeup looks, etc. People use me to deflect because of my reputation of trolling and being canceled. I'm fine with it. I was here before they could walk, and I'll be here long after they cancel themselves with their "we're better than you" attitudes. It doesn't get you anywhere. Bad attitudes are the fall of some huge A-list celebs who are actually talented, and you can bet the same goes for the D-list hacks like James. Definitely have always said no one deserves to be canceled. Everyone has room for growth, positive influence, except James Charles. Please cancel him. He's a forever victim with a superiority conflict, has never said sorry his whole life, hangs out with an underage girl regularly. I love that I'm crazy because I speak my mind. The cool thing is, I am 32 and old as and I make money offline, so couldn't give a shit if millennials like me or not. But also, 95% of LA influencers are fake as. Sorry, I'm realsies. Then, James Charles snapped. he made a video message for Trisha.
I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I've now been accused of being a child groomer, and this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charli and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charli, and Charli does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on because this is all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charli and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never experienced because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said racist things. She said the N-word, she's done blackface, she offended the trans community, she offended the DID community, she said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy, voted for Trump, and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age, pack it up, and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you because they and you are the problem.
Many people supported James's call out. Not a single stutter, yup. Thank you, I'm so tired of her acting like a saint when all she does is go after kids and people. Trisha quickly responded in a series of tweets. James Charles really thought he did something. He's fat shamed me, now he's age shamed me, but I never called you a hanging with minors as an adult, however, is James bringing when I was in my early 20s will be what he has to face in 10 years when people bring up his relationship with an underage girl. Boy, girl, gay, straight, relationships adults have with minors is creep. I'm the problem? Reacting to a huge viral video that featured the most famous person in the world right now? Okay, James. Then, on November 20th, Dixie posted and deleted a video of her dancing to a sound clip of Trisha saying a racial slur. Dixie did not edit out the racial slur in her video.
The police coming straight from the underground. A young got a bag cause I'm brown.
TikTok later removed the audio. Trisha criticized Dixie for this behavior and called out the D'Amelio sisters for singing to racial slurs in recent TikTok videos.
Dixie danced to a sound of me saying the N-word in a song 10 years ago when I was 22. Definitely have apologized for that video numerous times. I'll continue to apologize because it's gross. Saying the N-word is gross. But here's what trips my trigger. Dixie was dancing to a song with the N-word not bleeped. She says this, I don't need to promote a racist sound, but you did. You did on a very big platform. So you're really gonna be like, hey, I proved my point, but then delete it? What's the point you're trying to make? You guys are 10 times worse, you're doing it currently.
But people didn't seem to agree with Trisha's rant. But girl, that's your voice. She didn't say it though, you did. Girl, give it up. Then Charli shared the original car video, which seems to have a different audio. Then Jeffree Star spoke up. Jeffree posted and deleted an Instagram story calling someone out.
I guess yesterday there was a bunch of drama with other people not involving me, but people still want to mention my name. First of all, I have no idea what happened. I don't give a what happened. I'm too busy worrying about me, myself, my family, and I don't care. I don't entertain it. So if you were friends with me and you're not anymore, keep my name out of your mouth.
It's unclear who this is directed at. It could be at James. Then Trisha Paytas snapped.
So I had apologized to Charli because I felt like I actually hurt her feelings, but apology retracted. Like, she is entitled and spoiled, and the more I see and the reactions from her sister dancing to the N-word, like thinking that makes it okay to try and like trying to humiliate me, but humiliate herself by just being more offensive in 2020 and just projecting that to her 40 million followers, and just the overall way they're handling this. It's like sad, and this is another example of parents should be stepping in. Like, the sense of entitlement is through the roof.
In conclusion, Dixie's snail reaction and Charli's comment about followers were both misunderstood by the viewers. But it seems people are still disappointed in how the sisters behaved at the dinner table, such as picking their nose and cutting off people while talking. However, bad table manners can be fixed. It's important to be constructive rather than hateful. As for Dixie's video dancing to a racial slur, it may not have been the best move despite her intentions. And that's all for now. What did you think about everyone's reactions? Do you think Dixie is taking it too far with the dance video? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below.